Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I just want to take a quick second to say thank you to all the channel members. Thank all of you for your support of the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. I want to say thank you for the channel subscribers, and thank you to anybody who comes in to check out the knife, the EDC content here. I really do appreciate you. If you are so inclined, if you hit that subscribe button down there and that bell notification icon, it will really help me out. So what we've got today is a little discontinued, interesting specimen from Spyderco, specifically from Taichung, Taiwan Spyderco. And it is one of my buddy at A to Z EDC's knives. Give him a follow on Instagram. He's my local buddy. Goes to Blade Show with me. Lets me use a lot of his knives. I happen to have some of them over here that I'm running through, and this is one of them that I really wanted to check out. It's unique because it's a Spyderco, a Taichung, Taiwan, which are my favorite Spydercos. The thing I don't like about the Taichung, Taiwan, but I usually put scales on them, is the G10 carbon fiber ply scales, but they work very, very well. And this little knife is called the Rhino. The Rhino is a very unique little knife designed by Michael Reinhold. It is a little trailing point blade. This a little workhorse, little thicker blade. It's in CTS XHP, and there's Michael's maker's mark back there on the clip side. It has a reversible clip, tip up carry only, and then it has the compression lock. I've got it a little tight. What's weird about it is this back scale comes up and covers that hole, which makes it more optimal for a slow rolling knife. However, I can get my finger in there and I can flick it. It's just not as easy as it could be. You kind of got to get up there towards the top, and that happens. So I wouldn't call this an optimal reverse flick knife. It will reverse flick. You can get it to lock up like every 3 or 4 times, but it is small and it's very pleasing. I'll go right there to try to close it with a compression lock. It's very pleasing to throw thumb roll because it is such a small little package. So it's very convenient to open. And then I guess this is part of the ergonomics that make this little knife so comfortable. So I can get 4 fingers on it. A bigger person would probably be using this like a 3-finger knife, which it does have a lanyard hole, so you could put a lanyard on it if you wanted a little tail. But you've got this nice blade guard here, and then you've got this that gets in the way of the hole that kind of locks your fingers in. So the knife is very aggressive feeling, and I feel like I've got a great handhold on it. It looks extremely sharp and slicey, as it is. And this blade is good, this style is good for a lot of different tasks. I mean, the blade's not too tall. You know, it's a little tall for detail cuts, but you can still do them. But if you were doing any kind of light skinning, light cutting, using it as an EDC knife, it works very, very well. That trailing point cuts, it holds the material really well, and it looks good. A to Z EDC put a Lynch deep carry clip on this. It had a regular Spyderco clip on it, so that is the one mod that's been made to this knife. I was surprised because I'd seen the Rhino back when I first got into collecting. I think it was still being produced then. It's now a discontinued model on Spyderco's site. You might be able to find them out there in the wild, but it is definitely a unique little knife. Has a splinter digger tip. The grip, just like a lot of Spydercos, ergonomically perfect for a unique little knife that I'm really kind of a fan of. The thing that I don't like about it is the middle finger flick and the challenge therewith. I've got it a little bit tight because that's how A to Z had it. I'm not going to adjust it, but it is perfectly centered. It's got some standoffs on it, and then I love CTS XHP. A great blade material, great tool steel, and just a wonderful little cutter. But little cutter shouldn't go without notice. So we'll do a couple of quick size comparisons with some other small Spydercos from my collection, like the Little Native, which is right about the same length. And then I'll even break out a Dragonfly, so you can see that it's going to be about a ½ inch longer than the Dragonfly only, and the same size as the Little Native. So large hands, someone looking for a large knife, it's probably not going to suit you unless you're using it as a 5th pocket carry. I consider this a small everyday carry, could be a primary carry and serve my needs, but my hand fits it. So just to give you some ideas on the size of this little guy, it is going to come in right over 5 3/4 inches, right under 6 inches overall. The blade on it is going to be under 2½ inches, right over 2 1/4. And then this inside grip here, which I think is important to you guys, is going to come in right at 3 inches. To the back of the handle, you're at 3½ inches. And then again, you've got that lanyard hole should you need it. Very slicey knife, as we saw, but it does not have the thinnest blade stock in my Spyderco collection. It's at 0.1185, but behind the edge, it comes down to a screaming 0.0110. So tall, full, flat ground blade that is very, very slicey. Right under ½ inch handle, 0.43. I think the knife looks very unique. I think it's absolutely an original design, or a reinterpretation of a design that I'm not familiar with. But it does fit the hand very well. It does. You can slap it shut. You can reverse flick it, but it's just not second nature. You feel like you should be able to get your finger in there for the hole. So thumb flicking it's really the way to go. It thumb flicks with no problem, whether you like to snap it out, or, like I say, I think it's a little more pleasurable just to give it a little slow roll. You feel it lock up. It's a gorgeous little specimen. I love the fact that Spyderco not only works with a lot of different blade steels, but they work with a lot of different designers and designs. They take chances. You see some really unique knives, which I think is part of the hobby that's enticing, right? I like to see different stuff. And Taichung, Taiwan, I'm a big Golden, Colorado Spyderco fan, but I think my favorite models and the best Spyderco knives that I've personally experienced, and I've got quite a few of them, are from Taichung, Taiwan. So this little knife is tuned up, on point, not necessarily something that I would go out and buy. I think these listed for $200 on Spyderco's page was the MAP price. When they were in market, you'd probably get them for under that at a dealer. But it's a beautiful little knife, the Spyderco Rhino. It's a Michael Reinhold design with a Lynch clip on it. And it was brought to us today by my buddy, A to Z EDC. Give him a follow, please, on Instagram. That way he'll keep giving me knives. He's a good guy. Let me borrow knives. But guys, thanks again. Do me a favor, always. Please, if you want to, hit the like button. But look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.